years, international comparative assessments have gained increased importance in the imagination and scrutiny of educational problems and policies. Nowadays, policymakers and experts from diverse knowledge fields repeatedly talk about these tools as relevant resources for the monitoring of education systems. And several researchers had already pointed out the diverse effects of mutual surveillance devices and practices on national policies and on the creation of a global policy field in education. But surely we still need to know much more about these instruments and how they are depoliticizing and repoliticizing education accordingly with their own rationality. With this in mind, our paper focused the active reception in 6 European countries of one of those international comparative assessments that has become proeminent in the last decade, the OECD Program for International Student Assessment, well known by the acronym PISA. Specifically, in our paper we describe and discuss PISA effects on the national updates of those societies that are taken as references to problematize or to reform education systems at a national level. As our title suggests, the ways policymakers are seeing other educational systems either to obtain supplementary information or to legitimize their own agendas are being conspicuously influenced by international standards promoted by PISA. Furthermore, in our paper, we argue that PISA not only induces where to look by pointing to best performers, major improvers or better policy learners, it also induces what to see elsewhere. In other words, PISA is reframing the national judgments about educational systems and their positioning in a competitive world space accordingly with OECD standards about education and education governance in contemporary times.
Just for a while,